So I think one other aspect of the defensiveness from the avoidant perspective can be when their partner is very emotional. And because, again, we know that for avoidant folks, there can be almost an underdeveloped emotional landscape that, as I was explaining before in that avoidant attachment origin story, often that part of themselves gets siloed or kind of locked away because it wasn't nurtured in their family of origin and it wasn't really valued, it wasn't welcomed. And so they learn early on that that's not safe or that that's not going to get me what I need. And so there can be a real internal disconnect for avoidant folks where they're not really comfortable with their own big emotions. And so by extension, they don't really know what to do with someone else's big emotions. They can feel really ill equipped. Again, going back to the thing of, I really like feeling competent and in control. If someone else has got really big emotions and I feel like it's my fault, or that, they're really upset with me or disappointed, they're crying, they're overwhelmed, like I really don't know how to handle that. And so defensiveness there, again, of course, if you're on the receiving end of it and you are really emotional and all you want is for someone to just see you and validate you and understand, having someone almost reject or dismiss you in that moment through their defensiveness can feel incredibly upsetting and like an abandonment in and of itself, right? You're emotionally abandoning me in this moment when I so clearly need you to be there for me. But for the avoidant person, again, I know this is really hard to have compassion for if you've been on the other side of it and it's caused you a lot of hurt and pain. But if we can have that ability to just step outside of our experience and walk around the other side and look over the shoulder of our avoidant partner and understand that for them, that is so frightening to be faced with someone who's got these really big feelings, emotions, very expressive in a way that might feel quite out of control. And they just feel totally ill equipped, like they do not know what to do with it. And you're expecting me to do something and I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do. And so from that place, it might be safer for me to become defensive, to push that back onto you, to push the responsibility back onto you, to sort of say, that's not my problem. What do you want me to do about that? Or to try and undermine the validity of the emotions that you're expressing by saying, that I didn't mean to make you upset, so why are you so upset? Something in that vein that shifts the burden back onto you when it feels like it's going to eat them alive, it's going to smother them, and they're just not comfortable with being in that seat because they don't really have experience with it. It's not part of their toolkit, what they've really learned to do.